Hello my beauties and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Janelle, and if you are not new here, hi, my name is still Janelle. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so let's talk about this new setup. I didn't talk about it in my last video, not really sure why, but I do want to address it. So for those of you that don't know, I am getting married in March. It's approaching very quickly, and I'm working on getting things into boxes and just kind of going through all of my stuff. So my room is completely rearranged, and honestly, it's a mess all the time. So I keep this little area of my room clean so that I can sit here and film videos for you guys. So that's why the setup is so different. Also, I do want to apologize for this weird lighting. I can't really fix it. It's because I am in a different setup and I usually use like natural light on my side. But my window is now over here, so the light is coming from behind me and my camera doesn't like it. So just bear with me. We're working on it, we're trying. Yeah, so I'm really excited. Today I'm going to be talking about my February TBR, so all of the books that I want to read in February, and there are a lot of them. Yeah, it's a very, I feel like I always have like an ambitious TBR because there's just so many things that I want to read. A few of these books are repeats that I have talked about maybe even a few times on my channel, and because of that I'm not going to go into detail about them because I've talked about them on my channel already. But for those other ones that haven't been talked about as much, I will definitely be giving a little bit of context for those. But before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and also click the bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I upload every Friday and every Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And also give this video a thumbs up if you liked this video, or if you just like me. If not, that's totally fine. You don't have to like this video at all. It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So, I have 5 physical books and I think 4 audiobooks. I am like doing a free trial with Scribd right now, and so far I'm really liking it. For those of you who don't know what Scribd is, it is a monthly subscription plan for audiobooks and even just books and podcasts and all kinds of stuff. And you pay $10 a month and you get unlimited access to anything pretty much. They do have a little bit of restrictions on like new releases and maybe some really popular titles, but other than that, I've been able to get my hands on some books that I have been dying to read, and Scribd includes it in my subscription. So it's really awesome. I'm really enjoying it. This video is not sponsored by Scribd whatsoever. That is just me giving you guys some insight. If you are looking for an audiobook subscription, I highly recommend Scribd. I've tried Audible and just not a fan. Really not a fan. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to start off with the physical books that I have for the month. So one of the first ones that I have is Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. So those of you that have been on my channel know that I've been dying to read this. It is on my top 21 books to read in 2021. And the cover is gorgeous. This book is already like getting like beat up though, because this is not proper storage like for books, but we're just gonna pretend that it's not being beat up and that it's still in great condition. But I am super excited to read this. So I have talked about this on my channel, so just a quick little synopsis for you is that Enchanted wakes up, blood on her hands, Corey Fields is dead, and she has no memory of what happened. So it's basically her investigating and trying to figure out like what the heck happened last night and why does she have blood all over her hands. Like physical blood on her hands, guys, not like metaphoric, okay? But yeah, so she's basically going to be trying to prove her innocence because all of the signs are pointing to her, and she didn't do it. I believe she didn't do it. She believes she didn't do it, so we are going to see that she didn't do it, is what I assume. And another book that I want to read in February is Sacred Marriage by Gary Thomas. So this is, I think, one of the last like marriage tip books that I wanted to read before I got married. And February is my last month to do so because as soon as March hits, I will be in high gear. So I don't think I'm gonna have much reading time, which is why I have saved a bunch of graphic novels for March. But this is Sacred Marriage by Gary Thomas. So the front of this book says, what if God designed marriage to make us holy more than to make us happy? So something that I am learning, this is just a little tidbit for you guys, something that I am learning as me and Jonathan grow together in our relationship is that our relationship is not about being happy, because happy is a feeling and it can come and go. Sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes you could do the exact same thing that used to make me happy and it doesn't make me happy anymore. So I am learning that our relationship is not about being happy. It's about working together. It's about choosing to love the other. Because I personally don't believe that you are only supposed to marry the perfect like person, like the one. I don't believe in the one. I think there's many people in this world that I could be happy with, but part of my marriage with Jonathan is choosing him, is choosing to love him. It's a choice, and it's a choice that I will have to continue to make as me and Jonathan grow together. So that is basically what all of this, like this whole book is about, is just learning to grow and to have a sacred marriage, to have a holy marriage, a marriage built on God, on his word. And so I am really excited to dig into this and read this and learn from it. Okay, and the next book that I want to read in February is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. So I have talked about this a little bit on my channel, but small synopsis is, what's his name though? Jane and Eddie. I always forget character names, but Jane and Eddie are like engaged, you know, the whole fiance stage, and you know, they're living in this house that Eddie used to live in with his previous wife, and I guess there was like an accident with her and she passed away or whatever, but strange things start happening upstairs that Jane is getting very freaked out about, and I think some really freaky things are gonna happen in here. But yeah, I am really, really excited to read this. I just finished When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole, and I really, really enjoyed the thrilling aspect of it. I think this is my only thriller for the month. So yeah, but Wife Upstairs, super excited about it. Been wanting to read it like literally since I got it. Another book that I want to read in February, this is definitely a repeat on my list, and it is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. So I have talked about this on my channel a lot, because it's in my top 21, but it's also like been on like my books to read list. I feel like it's been on my TBR like every single month, but it's because I really do want to read. I am very, very excited about it, and I think it's going to be good. I'm not going to say too much about this because I have talked about this multiple times on my channel, but long story short, it's really interesting. That's it. That's why I want to read it, so I'm going to read it at some point, hopefully. Okay, so another one that I am really, really excited about that I just recently got is Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. So this one I've been dying to read. It's also on my top 21. Been dying to read this book. Finally purchased it, and I purchased it through Book of the Month. But I am really, really excited to read this. I have talked about this a little bit on my channel, but essentially she, I guess, turned into a fox? Is that what happens? Okay, so she essentially is half fox, half human, and this is a boy. And basically her kind like feeds off of men. She is supposed to kill men that have committed terrible crimes. Like the fox side of her is supposed to do that. But of course, she meets a guy and they fall in love. And she's like, I don't know if I can do that. So I'm really, really excited to read this. I've been dying to read it. I also just love the cover. Like, honestly, I wanted to read this in February just because, like, of the pink and the purple. Is that weird? I always pick my books based on, like, what they look like for the month, and also, like, the feel of them, I feel like. Okay, that is all for my physical books that I want to read in the month of February. Now on to my audiobooks. So I do have 4. I also should mention that I don't know much about any of these audiobooks. I literally saw them, either thought the cover was cute, I've heard a lot about them, or I thought the cover was cute. I don't know, this is how I pick books. I also should tell you that I am filming on my phone because my SD card for my camera is like MIA. So I don't know where it is. So we're filming on my phone. So I actually cannot read the synopsis of these books because I'm filming on my phone. So just bear with me, okay? We're doing the best that we can. But the first book of my audiobooks is The Guest List. So I am actually in the middle, not in the middle, but I like started reading this and I'm really, really liking it, but I don't think I'm gonna finish it at the end of this month. So I figured I'd put it on the TBR for February and read it then. But I'm really excited to continue reading it. I really, really like it so far. According to Barnes & Noble, it's like the #1 thriller this year, or in 2021, I mean, in 2020 or whatever. So that definitely makes me excited to read it. Another book on my February TBR is The Bride Test, which I don't know the author of The Bride Test. Essentially, I don't remember character names, but the man in the book, is, I think it said he was autistic and he's looking for a wife, and his mother makes it her mission to find him a wife, and she ends up traveling and finding a mixed race girl, and she also wants to be married. She comes over and somehow he isn't able to return affection, and so anyways, we're now going to be watching, I guess, their relationship together. I don't know. Sounds kind of interesting, but also it's called The Bride Test, and I am a bride to be, so I figured now would be like the best time to read it. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, so another one that I have on my February TBR is, spoiler alert, and this I believe is by Olivia Dade. I hope I got that right. Pretty sure. But spoiler alert is essentially about a man and a woman. They both have kind of secret identities on social media. So their social media name is very, very popular and well known, and they're practically famous through their social media name. But in real life, they aren't. Or that's the guy, I think. But the girl, like, designed something, got famous for it. Now he's going out on a date with her for publicity, and he finds out who she is, and he's debating if he should tell her who he is, but as soon as his identity is found, he's like done in Hollywood. Like his whole career is based on his secret identity. So once that's gone, so is his career. So it's essentially about them deciding if they're going to, you know, share their secrets with the other, and all of that through, you know, a romance novel. And I think it's going to be really fun. I really, really hope that I get to it this month. But that is all of the books that I have for my February TBR. I'm very, very excited for the month of February and reading. I'm hoping that I get reading done because wedding planning is just getting more and more and more as the days go on. So hopefully I will be able to set aside a lot of time this month to read, but we'll see. So that is everything that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.